A friend of mine plays undead, and he plays a lot of undead, so he's tasked me to make some gravestones, and he needs a lot of them. So today we're going mass production. EVA foam is a great starting place for something like this, because it's just the right width and I can shape it with scissors. EVA foam also sort of has this weird porousy texture to it, sort of like stone has. On top of that, EVA foam holds impressions really well, so we can add chips and cracks and surface damage, and that way when we give it a wash later on, all that sort of stuff is going to show through. The downside of EVA foam is it's really flexible, which is great for a lot of applications, but not really appropriate for gravestones. So I made a quick one-piece mold in silicone. Silicone's one of those materials that looks intimidating, but is really as simple as reading the instructions on the side of the box. I pour it nice and high to try to get as many air bubbles out as I can. I also start pouring in one corner and let it roll over the things I want to cast. Once set, I fill my molds with polyurethane resin. I don't have a vacuum chamber, so I can expect a few air bubbles in my casts, but that's okay because it will give each piece some wear and tear and make them all a little bit individual. After a bit of finishing, they were ready to use, and use them I did. A few carefully placed gravestones turn this medieval house into a medieval mortician's house. By the way, you can buy this template and painting guide from miscastterrain.com if you're interested in making one for yourself. Painting these gravestones up was as easy as hitting them with an acrylic base coat and then some brown oil paints for weathering effects. You could also use acrylic washes if that's what you're into. I really like oil paints because they take a really long time to dry, so you have a really long time to manipulate the colours and get it exactly how you want. The rest of the gravestones were packed up and given to my friend and his undead hordes. And then I made even more, because not only is molding and casting really fun, but you also never know when a few extra bits are going to come in handy. And not even just for you, but also maybe for a friend, or maybe as a great way to make a friend. Don't underestimate the power of a good bits box. That's it, thank you very much for watching, stay tuned for the next one.